Come in.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah, how we doing?
Nice to meet you. Mark Dyer from Carousel
Nice to
Industries.
meet
How
you.
are you doing today?
I'm doing well,
Mind
thank
if I
you.
take a seat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Should I close the door?
Sure, thank you.
All right. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for meeting with me on such short notice. I really appreciate it. And also, my grandmother actually gave me this note to give to you. It's just a little thank you note. She's actually one of your biggest clients. She's been with you guys for about 5 years. Absolutely loves you. She's been feeling a lot better, so I really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, glad we could help.
All right, perfect. Do you mind if I take some notes?
Absolutely.
All right, and also, so we still have 10 minutes for this meeting, right?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
All right, perfect. I'll try to get you out in 9 minutes because I know you're a busy guy. And also, if we do end up going over, I would love to give you my business card.
Oh, perfect.
So here you go. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Awesome.
I'm all ears.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, so let's see. So I can take notes, you said, right?
Go for it.
All right, perfect. And I made a little agenda for this meeting. So first of all, can we just go over the current situation of New Day Pharmaceuticals? Afterwards, we could just go over where you guys want to end up. And then finally, we could go over some solutions that Carousel has to offer. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, perfect. So what is currently going on with New Day Pharmaceuticals?
Yeah, so, I'm not sure how much, Bobby talked to you at the Zach Brown concert, but it's obviously no secret. The WannaCry was a nationwide thing, but, we were actually impacted by it. So, thankfully, we were able to, kind of quarantine it and contain it to the point where, it's still there. We're still having to work around it, which is, causing issues, but we're able to get by. So, that's kind of day to day, kind of what, the issues that we're.
Okay. Could you expand a little more on the day to day?
Yeah. So, I'm the IT director. So, I have 10 to 12 employees under me. They kind of handle their specific area. We have our help desk people, we have our endpoint, stuff like that. And so I kind of, supervise them and make sure that, their jobs are getting done. They're getting done, quality and, efficiently. So that's what a typical day would look like.
Okay.
But with this, WannaCry within our environment, they're expected to still complete their day to day while also working to fix, anything that went wrong with, as a result of the WannaCry. So.
Absolutely. So you said you're the IT director, right?
Yep.
If we do want to move on to a future meeting, what is the decision-making process within New Day Pharmaceuticals?
Yeah, so I'm kind of like the first guy, just kind of make sure this is something that I can potentially be of value.
Absolutely.
Next we want to talk to my VP, Mike.
Okay.
He'll kind of, get another input on it, if you will, and kind of see if he could see it being something that's beneficial, something worth our time and money. And then, our CISO, Sherry, is going to be the ultimate, final decision maker for whether this is going to be implemented in our environment.
All right, perfect. Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what would you say the biggest issues are with the WannaCry virus that you are specifically facing, you and your team?
Yeah. So, I kind of touched on it. Everyone has their day-to-day, their day-to-day things. And with, the WannaCry virus, it's adding a lot of extra work and a lot of extra time for my employees.
Absolutely.
But, the CEO, and everyone, they still expect these guys and myself to complete our jobs while also doing this, no matter how much extra time or work that causes. So that's, that's really the big thing for myself and my team is, all the extra work and stress that's been put on us because of this.
Absolutely. So you said time is most likely your biggest concern right now. So how much extra overtime would you say that you are working as well as your team every week? Yeah,
so I'd say, depending on the day, obviously, but, a lot of time, I'd say, 1 to 2 extra hours just a day of them, having to stay late and, maybe they didn't get all their stuff done because they were worried about this, It's adding a lot, which adds up, 10 hours, 12 hours, or however many a week. Definitely,
Yeah, times 10 people too.
Exactly.
And what would you value your employees' time? Like like a dollar figure if you could.
Oh boy, their salaries, or not salary, hourly. So they work, the amount of hours that they work, we have to pay them for. I don't know if I'm comfortable with sharing their exact, pay.
No worries.
But that adds up. Those extra hours and being paid for those extra hours, that adds up on the organization. So.
Okay, yeah. So time is definitely one of the biggest issues. So would you feel that additional security would help New Day Pharmaceuticals out, especially your team, with this time dilemma?
Yeah, no, I would say, any extra security that we can get to prevent this from happening again so that we can just focus on what we're supposed to be doing would be of value. So.
All right, perfect. So what would you say your biggest concern would be if you do decide to get additional security, or like in the decision-making process, what's like the biggest concern about getting new security?
Yeah, I mean, so there's definitely a few things. One thing to try to combat this, the WannaCry attack. We just implemented a few different lines of defense. Cisco ASA, so Cisco firewalls, Cisco ICE,
Okay.
to try to add layers to our environment to try to take some of that stress off and kind of layer our approach so that malware's not getting through.
Okay.
But also, we're planning on expanding, and we had to put that on hold because of this attack. We're not comfortable with growing with this in our environment and not being able, we're not even barely able to do what we're supposed to be doing now on a day-to-day basis. How are we going to handle that expansion? So, a few different things, a lot of concerns.
All right, so the biggest concerns that I'm getting from right now is that, just to clarify, so that it's you guys are losing a lot of time and you have to work a lot more, so your time is definitely of the essence, like you need more time. Expansion is definitely a big key. Like, you want your company to expand as much as like I want to help you guys, because you guys do seem like very nice people, so I really want to help you out. And also, it was just the major implementation since you just got new security, right? Okay, perfect. So what I'm getting from this, Carousel, do you know what Carousel exactly does?
I mean, I kind of talked to Bobby a little bit, did a little bit of research on the website, but not for the most part. You guys do IT.
Yeah, so what we do is we just implement new IT solutions through new technologies and services.
Okay.
So we're just out here to help everyone with their IT. IT is very difficult, as I'm sure you know. So we're just out here helping everyone because it is a very difficult process.
Gotcha.
So what I think that would be best for you is actually something that worked really well with Millette West, which is also another pharmaceutical company. And what they implemented was the Cisco umbrella. Do you know anything about that?
Not really.
All right.
Honestly, I don't know if I want to overview it or.
Yeah, perfect. So what it is it's just an integratable firewall. It goes on top. It's more like an outer layer of protection for your security system. You said you had ASA and ICE already. Yeah, so it's just a proactive outside layer. What that means is that anything that does get hit by it, it won't go through to your ASA and ISC unless it's very strong. And even if it does go through, it analyzes and detects what types of threats and viruses are getting to your system.
Gotcha.
So you kind of get to prepare more and maybe even adjust your ASA and ICE needs.
Okay. All right. No, that definitely sounds like something that's cool.
All right. Yeah, and it's proactive. So that means that it's kind of like you want to make sure that before anything happens, like you're taking this additional approach, kind of an extra layer of protection, while ASA and ICE are more reactive.
Okay.
So they kind of work in a symbiotic relationship. It's best to have a multi-layered approach rather than just one approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I kind of, we already have so much going on within our environment with them having to try to do their jobs while trying to do this, and then having to implement this on top of this. Can you take that? Like, do we have to do this ourselves, or what does the implementation look like?
Yeah. I absolutely understand where you're coming from. Millette West had the exact same concern. So what it is that it allows you, it's very integratable, it's very seamless. What it takes is just a couple minutes to install. And actually what we do is we offer our support team, it's called Talos. It's a 24/7 support team, 365 days a year, that you can reach out to if you do have any questions. But this product is so simple. All it is just an additional layer of support.
Okay.
And so it's very helpful to people like yourself when you're all very busy. It's just additional protection, so you don't have to worry about all this stuff that's contributing to loss in your day-to-day operations.
Gotcha. Okay. So one more concern, obviously, Mike will be super mad if I don't, at least address. Is this going to cost us a fortune, or what is it?
Yeah, absolutely. So what this is it only costs, we'd like to discuss that in a later meeting, but right now we would love to offer you a 30-day free trial since you seem like a great guy and you are in the beginning of your decision-making process. So during that time, I want to make sure that you are protected. Also, you get to see the benefits of additional security, our support team. They will also mitigate some of the problems that you're currently facing. So I'd love to offer you guys that. We can actually install that over the next couple days. It only takes a couple minutes to install.
Okay.
And maybe we can meet, you said, with Mike, right?
Yep.
I'd love to meet with Mike maybe about 2-3 weeks down the line, maybe November 16th, that's a Friday, same time, same place.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet with you guys again just to discuss what is going on with New Day Pharmaceuticals and what you feel about Cisco Umbrella and our team, and if you have any questions for the future.
No, yeah, I think it'd definitely be good to get in front of Mike to at least show him kind of what he does. So, yeah, let's do it.
All right, perfect. Thanks.
Awesome.
Have a great
Appreciate
day.
it. Good
Thank
job,
you.
man.